Greetings and welcome, everyone. Welcome to Serenity Healing Center, a space where all changes are possible. I am Dorota, and I am thrilled to be your host today as we dive into the world of health and well-being with our wonderful guest, Emma Vassallo. Emma and I found connection through our mutual friend, Jacinta. One day on Zoom, I had seen Jacinta's incredible transformation, and I wanted a piece of that magic for myself. So I reached out and I started my journey with health and Emma, my health coach. So Emma.
Hello.
Emma is in Australia, right? You live in Australia. Tell us a little bit about yourself as Emma person and about your life.
So I live in a very small town. So you can see behind me, this is one of our local beaches. It's called Bermagui. It's on the south coast of New South Wales, near about 6 hours from Sydney as a reference point. I grew up in Sydney. I've got 6 kids, so very busy at the home life. I studied, when I came out of school, I decided to become a massage therapist and a nutritionist. So I did both. And my path led me off to do massage. So I had a very exciting international career actually doing sports massage. I worked for the Australian cricket team. I traveled to India. I had a very, and through that avenue, I still use my nutrition because I used to cook food for the teams and be involved in their food preparation and things like that. So nutrition was always something that I absolutely loved. As a teenager, I actually put on a lot of weight as a 15-year-old, and I had my first job at McDonald's, and I put on from, maybe, I don't know in pounds, but like 10, 15 kilos as a young girl. And as a teenager, that's not very nice. So I started to study books and learn about nutrition. And that's where I became really interested in health, nutrition as a form of medicine. And I started walking and eating really well and not eating McDonald's. And I lost a lot of weight again. And so that triggered for me was the start of my nutrition journey. And then when I left school, I started using it as a career. So yeah, I moved to Germany when I was 30, and I had my 2 daughters over there. And that's when I sort of had a bit of a disconnection from the nutrition and wellness because I was living in a big city. So it wasn't until I came back to Australia I actually gained a lot of weight and needed some help. So I reached out to my sister, and she's my health coach. And so I joined her program, absolutely had within 4 or 5 months, amazing results. And that's when I decided that this is the career for me. So I needed to work on myself first, and I needed to work on this first before I started helping others. So it was a bit of a long process, but
becoming it's been a first, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Be the change first.
I think it was discovering me again and who I am and who the essence of me is and what my path is. And that's when I realized, actually, I really love to see and help women and men, but mostly women. I have a passion for women's health. Really discover themselves again and transform, not just through spiritual avenues, but I'm very holistic. I've worked in different spiritual fields, but the nutrition side of things is so important. It's 80 to 90% of who we are is what we eat.
Right.
Without good nutrition, we can't sort out the rest of our lives. So you get your food right, then everything else will fall into place. Absolutely. That's my motto.
Your food is your medicine, right?
100%.
Yes. For me, life was going a little bit differently. Just so you guys know, there's different people in a program. I never had to exercise, but I danced through my life. I was eating like a horse as a young woman and girl. I could eat a lot, and that weight would not stick. But I was extremely active. I was always active. I was dancing through life. But when you build up those bad habits of eating a lot and you not eating the correct things, with time, when your metabolism slows down and a bad habit stays, that extra buildup around certain areas, starting to restrict your movement and things that you want to do in your life. So because I found Emma, I was able to work through those things. And like she said, working through the things in my mind, getting rid of those bad habits and bringing in the good stuff helps a lot. You have to change. You have to change in your mind, your mindset, how you look at food and what it means to you. And I did tell Emma before when I started on this program that I was afraid to eat because food would hurt me. Certain food would create pain in my stomach. So I didn't look at food as my friend, something that's supposed to nourish my body and help me be strong and healthy. I looked at it as something that can possibly harm me. So I was backing out from eating the portions that I had to. And when I started on this program, I realized that I wasn't eating enough. So my body was always storing, and I was storing the things that I was eating and not always healthy. The takeouts, going out and things like that, not always the best choice, right? So we know now why you picked health coaching and this program. Your background is great. So when you start on this journey, how did it change your family life? How did it change your family dynamics?
I think for us, my husband started focusing on his health and on his eating, and my children. So it just slowly, he didn't join me straight away. He just watched and sat back and went, wow, I need what you're having. So now as a family, we eat really nutritious, we cook together, we eat really nutritious food. So I'm just teaching my children habits that they can then go on to teach their children for life. We like to have treats, we like to make special food. It's all about balance, but at the majority of the time, we eat wholesome, good quality, less processed. That's the big key, is homemade food. Really getting and teaching your kids, getting your kids in the kitchen, being part of the process. It's very important to cook, and it's very important for your whole digestive system to smell foods when you're cooking. It starts the digestive process. It's a basic nutrition. When you smell food, your saliva starts. When you chew your food properly, your saliva and your enzymes in your gut work properly. So it's all a process. And I think we're so disconnected that these days everything's ready. You go to the supermarket, you buy your packaged food, you eat it. There's no connection to it. So I think my family life is just teaching my kids values around food and nutrition. And it's a nice thing to see your kids following in your footsteps and
building
eating
those
really
good habits, right? Teaching your kids the good habits, the colors of the food, the thinking about the food, and how you prepare the food. Yes, the spices that we are using, right? I mean, spices these days, when you go to the store, the salad dressings and spices have a lot of sugar in them, a lot of additives. If you can pronounce it, shouldn't be eating it, right? It's sometimes it's difficult to even count how many additives are there on certain spices that you are buying. So simple things. And
the silent one that no one really notices is the vegetable oils. It's in everything. That's what's causing all the inflammation, all the heart disease, is what we call polyunsaturated fatty acids. The vegetable oils are in everything, from sauces to biscuits to cakes, and it's what's causing the majority of inflammation in people. So if we can just go back to natural food, we'll have a lot healthier world. We'll have a lot less disease. Right. It's the big one, is the vegetable oils.
We're learning a lot for sure. Let me look at my...
No, I think it's about education as well. Is when you start to go on your own health journey, you start to take a bit of interest in your own health and responsibility over your own health. And that's what I teach people. It's not, I don't do it for you. You have to step up and learn about food and learn what's in food and learn how to read a package. And know that that's not good for me and I don't make the choice. Like I'll choose a healthier choice. And that's the key. When you're empowered over your own health, it's amazing.
Right.
Less fear, but less fear around disease and less fear around aging. And it's just, yeah, that's the best. So that's my aim, is to empower more people.
Yes, I looked at my pictures from 10 years ago and I look at my face now, and I have to say I look better now than 10 years ago. My skin looks a lot healthier than 10 years ago.
Yeah,
a lot
you do.
healthier. Looking at my notes. So, with all that beautiful stuff that you are doing, I mean, you're a holistic coach, I would say, intuitive coach, because you do listen to your body and you coach yourself through every day, right? You do the same thing for me, and we do a lot of things besides health coaching. What do you eat and how do you walk and things like that. We also do meditations, and I wanted to dig deeper, like what is different in your coaching from other coaches? Is it the same throughout the organization, or everybody have this their own thing? How do you feel?
I feel like we all use a base system. We use a basic, platform to work from, but then I definitely put my own essence on it. And I think that comes down to how I work with people and individually, and also the background and the knowledge that I have around nutrition. I don't think it's necessary to have that knowledge to be able to do this, but having the extra knowledge around nutrition really helps with people's health, because I can pick things up very quickly. I can see something's not right, the symptoms, or you've eaten, for example, you had some broccoli last night and you've got some wind and some gas and your body's not digesting that properly. And I would just say, okay, cut that out just until we heal your gut. Yeah. Whereas most people wouldn't have the knowledge around that. So I think me having that background in sports, in massage and in nutrition, I've got quite a lot of exposure to understanding people's health problems. And that's what I'm interested in. It's helping people through health issues. Yeah. So menopausal symptoms, hormonal issues, diabetes, those kind of things really, really interest me. And that's what I want to move more towards, is functional nutrition. So understanding bloods and really helping people with more complex issues rather than just weight loss. Weight loss is a side effect of being unhealthy. So what's caused that unhealth in the beginning? So that's where I'm moving towards, is more of an understanding of reading people's bloods and having a real understanding of where I can help people.
So when I started on this journey with you, I also realized that with shedding the weight and becoming healthy, we release things that are much deeper than just weight. That mental burden, that old programming, that emotional buildup. As I know from working with essential oils, when you break off those fat cells, all that bad stuff is accumulating in a fat cell. So when you break those fat cells, those things open up, and we need to work through those things to release them, to let them go. We say heavy emotions. And I had seen, and I did report that in my journal, that the day before my weight was higher, but after my meditation, it was 500 grams. Not a big difference, but it was different. Releasing heavy emotions. I'm not saying that's what happens for everyone, but when you do your meditation, when you do journaling, when you do something that allows you to brush through your being and release that stuff that it's making you crazy, sometimes we get that one emotion that just keeps circulating, and we harbor around and create stress, and that stress, it's holding back the weight, or it's building up the weight. So this is what I love about working with you, because we can go and dig deeper, and we can take everything that we are, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually connected to the source that is guiding us in everything, and become like healthy being, not just healthy human body, but healthy being, and sustain that health and keep going. And then teaching others, right? Being a change, and then showing how to be that change and how to create change forward. I love that. So what's 2024 about for you?
For me, it started with a very strong sense of I need to discipline, focus. So they were my keywords that came in this year. First on my own health. So, you know, we're all human, and we have Christmas and we like to have a few celebrations. And for me now, it's just knuckle down, work on my health, get my health right first. And then it's connecting with more people. So hopefully making more connections internationally, thinking about, obviously working with you and now a beautiful couple of women in the States. So that's very exciting for me. And just thinking that I would love to build more connections overseas. Yeah. So first work here, I really, want to get my goals here is to build a very strong business here, and then I'll just start to expand.
That's a great.
It is about focus, but I've had a big sense of abundance too. So it's my strong affirmations on attracting the right people into my life. Yeah, people that want to do this with me, people that are on the same page as me. So that has been a big, strong affirmation for me, is attracting like-minded, focused, wellness-focused people who want to actually do this as a business, but also who want to do it for themselves first, but then helping others. That's truly what my heart says, is actually wanting to change the world. And I think we have the possibility to do that.
I believe that. I mean, I am excited for those who started with us this year. As I said before, any day is a good day to change your life and to turn things around, to become healthy. But a lot of people intend to do this first step in New Year's, after this holidays and New Year celebration. Let's go and lose weight. But let's keep being healthy. Let's keep changing. Let's keep collecting those who want to work and who want to change their life. And I am very excited for these people that they have made the decision to make the change in their life, and they walking, and I see amazing results in the first few weeks. I mean, oh my God, I don't know if I can mention her name, but Belinda. I just love reading her stuff. She is so amazing and just beautiful people. Encouragement that comes from the team of coaches is so important. In any ways, when we decide this, to be on the journey for healthier, better tomorrow, today, we don't always get a chance to have support team. Sometimes we just walk on our own because we don't know there is someone who can help. And to have a team that will coach you, that will guide you and tell you, okay, today you do this, skip this, add this, which supplements to take and when to take them, and what foods are good, which ones you shouldn't be eating at the moment, and the symptoms that you are experiencing, where they're coming from. I think this is like tremendous help. This is great support. I love that about this program. So,
I'm not the magic. The system is set up so well that I think that's what's really exciting. It's that there's something really magical about the community, about working together in a team, about having the support from a whole bunch of people moving towards health together. That's very special. There's an energy there, and it's they say hang around the, you know, the 5 most people. There's all these beautiful sayings with books to read, and the 5 most positive people in your life, and they will have an effect on you. And that's what I love about this environment. It's constantly positive and encouraging, and then you start to change yourself because you find yourself encouraging others every day. So everything that comes out of your mouth is positive. So that's this community, that's this system. That's really beautiful as well. So you can see the changes in people fairly fast when they come in. So yeah, thank you for being open and being an amazing student of health, and seeing your transformation.
Thank you. And thank you for being such amazing coach. I mean, like I said, I would never change my coach, because there's so many things that we are connected with on so many levels that I just feel who you are and what you do resonates with me. So I'm with you. Now, where can, if anyone is interested to go ahead and step on this path and the journey of health, how can they connect with us? With me, Facebook?
The best way to connect with, correct with Dorota or myself, send a Facebook message, and then we'll have a Zoom and we'll have a catch up, and we work individually. So it's individual goals, individual people per day. So we'll have a catch up with you. But yeah, contact Dorota, contact myself, and we'll go through all the commitment. So we do have part of a, you know, it's a 2-way stream. We ask for commitments that when you join. So it's not just us doing all the coaching. You have to commit to your daily habits. And so it's that's the part that I'm really strong on, is that responsibility part. And it's not easy, you know, it's a bit of hard work, but look at the results, you know. I'm 20 kilos down, you're 20 kilos down over a few years, and it's not the weight loss, it's the health that glows, you know. It's an inner health, and it's that's what people notice, you know. Obviously the physical, but it's the skin, it's the attitude, it's the, you know, the vibe. Yeah.
And as we did talk shortly before recording this Zoom, loving yourself through everything you are doing for yourself. It's not easy, and you may not win every day, but show up for yourself every day. Whatever the decision you make, whatever change it is that you want to create in your life, show up for yourself. And if you can't show up for yourself, you know yourself well enough to know that you're going to miss that meeting, you're going to miss that get together. Have someone remind you. I have to set up my alarm on my phone, or I put note on my board in front of my computer to remember to go on Zoom. But I do that. I show up every day for my walks. I show up to prepare my meals and to do my reports. Not for anyone but myself. It's my responsibility, and I take it. I'll do it for myself. And then hopefully people who are connecting with us see that, and they do it for themselves. And we create better and healthier communities. And that's my dream. Being connected, being in communities that are healthy and happy, where we can tell our kids, this is how we live, and this is how we want you to live. Be happy and healthy. Because you can tell your kid, don't do this, but if they see you doing it, they're going to go and do it, right? Live by example. And that's what it is. So thank you for being here, Emma. Thank you for stepping into Serenity Healing Center, my baby, my creation.
Congratulations. I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm very happy, and I have plans of my own, and I wanted to be home for everyone who want to make a change. So thank you again, and I hope to see you again in different interviews, and I'll see you on walks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.